I'm Marc Scibilia. I'm a singer-songwriter, and yeah, I travel and play music. Well, I think I started on piano when I was a kid, classical piano, and I think when I was about 18, I heard Bob Dylan's, I think it was Shelter from the Storm, and that was kind of a turning point for me musically. It's when I started playing guitar, or at least I got interested in guitar. I started playing guitar when I was about 20, 21. So yeah, I'd say Bob Dylan's a big influence. I grew up listening to like Lauryn Hill, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. It was like the first record I ever bought, and Beastie Boys, Hello Nasty. So those were kind of some of my first influences as a kid. Well, I've found it to be like a very long road, but a very enjoyable road. So if you love what you do, just be persistent and don't give up. It's been fairly important. I'm not super good at using those things, but it's been good to connect with people on a very personal basis and kind of have an idea of what people actually want from me and what they like that I'm doing, what they don't like, and it's kind of an instant thing. So yeah, it's been good. I think probably one of the most amazing concerts I went to when I was a kid. I was about 15, maybe 16, and I saw Art Garfunkel play in Buffalo, New York, which is where I'm from. And I actually ended up meeting him, and it was an amazing show. I was totally blown away by his voice, and I met him, and I told him a little bit, like, because I've been pursuing this since I was a kid, and he said, all he said to me was, well, you should have been born in the 70s. So that was probably a very defining moment for me. That concert was just unbelievable, and I love Paul Simon, and so yeah. Yeah, I kind of fumbled through high school. I barely made it out. I actually found out that about a month before graduation, I found out that I actually had to pass music theory, and I was planning on just blowing it off because I don't really know a whole lot about music theory. And I sat down with a high school, well, I'll just leave the position unnamed, and because she's a very sweet lady, I don't know where this comment came from, but at any rate, I sat down with her and she said, well, what are you going to do? Move to Nashville and write songs, very sarcastically, and I took it as good advice. Well, I listen to a lot of older music, so a lot of times I'll find things like linked on YouTube. I've known about him for a long time, but like I just started getting deep into like Townes Van Zandt, who's amazing, and I just find that we were actually just watching a YouTube video, and we were just saying, like, look at his face, like he just believes it. He's so into what he's saying. I've been kind of exploring that for me personally, is just like, what's the difference between someone you do and someone you don't want to listen to? And there's kind of this deep, deep belief that it goes beyond the words or the talent or the musical proficiency. And it's like something right here. So that really doesn't answer your question, but unfortunately that's my answer. Yeah, well, I don't own a TV, so I did see part of the Grammys, and it was amazing. Adele was incredible, obviously. Actually, Joy Williams from the Civil Wars lives, I think, down the street from me. So that's always great to see, like, your friends and people around you succeeding. It's really amazing. So that was probably a personal favorite for me. But I didn't get to see all of it because I don't have a TV, so I had to go next door.